We're streaming. Okay. What is going on? It seems like we're live. We're doing good. Let's go ahead and make sure. Yep. Seems like we're live. I know it's going to look weird, but give her a second. Looks like we're doing good. Excellent connection. It's perfect. Exactly what I want to see. Let's get rid of this and rid of that. And we're going to minimize that. And let's go ahead and... I know my desktop is a mess, but just bear with me for a second. This is all Unity game development. You can literally see all the different textures that I've used. Grass, substance, metal, more grass, leather. Because each one has so many different textures just for it. Then I got my fonts. I got my, anything that was in a zip file that I needed to uncompress, I just straight dragged onto my desktop and never did anything with. And I've wanted to delete it, but I haven't wanted to because it's like if I delete it, I'm gonna re-download it in the future. So why even delete it? I don't know what this AKI is, but I'm afraid to open that, so I'm not going to. I think that's for Tarkov. Anyways, Unity should be loading up here in a second. So once that does, you guys will know exactly what's going on. Let's go ahead and find my phone so I could play back this stream. Or at least see chat. That'd be a good move, huh? I think so. There we go. We got a phone. We got a charger. It's like the two things specifically setting it up for this. Okay. Oh, I didn't open it. URP project. So URP stands for Universal Render Pipeline. That is the rendering pipeline that Unity will be using rather than the default rendering pipeline, which by itself is just not good. Like, in my opinion, the default rendering pipeline is worthless for using. URP is totally capable of running a mobile if you do light work with it. Don't go overboard and try to add all these post-processing effects to your cameras and like all the lighting effects and all that. Don't do that. It's a mobile game. Shorten the poly count on all your models. Like everything needs to be smaller, lower resolution. Might even need to go to like 480p for your textures. Like, dang, dude. Might have to. Anyways, so what we're going to do is go over here to project, go to preferences. This should happen by default, but it's not for me, so I'm just manually selecting this every single time. No idea why. No idea. But, I mean, I'm doing it, so whatever. Close that. We're going to now open the player movement. We're going to move to actual scripts. We'll go for player because we do want a player script area, such as these two. Actually, this is a camera controller, so we don't need that. This is garbage. We never use this. Well, I never use this. I like to say we, but technically just the player movement for now. And then I could like run game. And then there, and then first person cam. That's going to go inside a player. We're going to put the first person cam in there. Just in case we ever want some like raycasting. We will want that to be on the camera most likely. Or get a reference from the camera so we don't have to put it on the camera. But it depends on how we're going to do it. There's a lot of ways we could do it. For now, I'm just going to... Like, the camera, if you... Man, I'm tired. I should not be streaming, but anyways, if the camera, if I click on player, you can see the player mesh. Let's actually go over to the player real quick. Also, how do you guys like the dunes that I created? I modeled this really quickly with some Perlin noise. Or actually, no, it's not Perlin noise. This is Voronoi noise. Anyways, it's a noise that's a little bit different than Perlin noise. Perlin noise is going to look basically Voronoi. Actually, I might be able to show this. Let's go over to we need a new shader. So shader graph. We're going to go to URP. We're going to go to a lit shader graph. We're going to call this noise. We'll just call it noise. So what we're going to need is a new material. This material is going to derive from here. So now you can see up here it's deriving from the shader of noise. Then if I come over here, actually I didn't even need to do that because this is just a test. Basically what I'm doing is creating a shader with a shader graph rather than coding a shader. That's what I love about Unity's shader graph system. I'm sure other game engines use this too, but Unity's is pretty good for the shader graph section. Obviously, it's a shader graph. Not a, like, actual coding a shader, but still works. Still does just as good. So if I come over here to procedural, we could probably go to noise and then Voronoi. This is Voronoi noise. So that's what this is right here. I messed with it a little bit, tweaked it to get this to turn into this land when I was modeling. So it was just a procedural thing that I added. Anyways, if I come over to here, I can go to input, or no. We need to do another noise, and then you'll see simple noise. This is what noise looks like. That's why I was saying it's not just noise. Noise is, think of a black and white TV screen, like one of the older TVs, how they go black and white. That would be noise. It's constantly changing, but like that's besides the point. It's not constantly changing, but I think this is an infinite noise texture. So like on the edge of this, bro, I can't. I'm so tired. On the edge of this, it might just end, but it might not. It might repeat. Yeah, you can adjust the scale and everything, but we're not trying to do that. We're not trying to do anything complex right now. The only thing we're trying to do is get this coding working. So I'm going to show you guys here in a second exactly what the first thing I've got set up is. What's going on, Explorer? The first thing I've got set up is just a simple scene. Just a simple scene, I guess. Close that. We don't need a shader graph. We don't need this material. Now let's go ahead and do that, because those arrows don't matter. Now you can see exactly what I've done so far. I've got a camera controller, so it's making it to where I can look around. I have W set to go forward, left, right, and backwards, so I can move in all the directions. I can't shift to sprint, which that's one thing I will have to add. But there is gravity. That is one thing that is new. There wasn't gravity before. Actually, no, there was gravity. You'll see exactly what I mean here in a second once I click on this and go over to layer ground. Now, restart this. I'm actually going to increase, what is it? Probably on the camera, huh? Yep. This to like 150 maybe. Oh, that didn't change much at all. But anyways, now I can jump. And you'll see I can't jump when I'm in air because it's got a ground check running, where that basically means, am I touching the ground? That's why I had to change the dunes to be labeled as ground. So if I'm touching the dunes, basically I'll be able to jump again, because that means I'm on the ground. Let's check it out. You can see it almost looks procedural. Well, not procedural, but like infinite. It almost does. It's not, though. This is just a single sheet of a model that has a lot of vertices to it. Vertices is a point. So think of a Minecraft cube would be 6 point, or no, it would be only 8 points. One for every corner of the cube. Well, every single corner on here has to be rendered in, and since it's a single model for this whole entire world, that's a lot to load in. Normally in games, what you're going to do is you're going to get a model that has an LOD set up with it, and you'll see, well, maybe I won't be able to show you an LOD is because I'd have to model some stuff, but I'm not going to do that right now. LOD is a level of detail, so basically it reduces the vertice count. So if I come over here to shaded wireframe, you can see all the vertices. Every single little point right here, like every single one of these are vertices. Everything in between connecting the vertices is lines. Everything in the lines are planes or faces. So this right here would be a face. This would be a line. That would be a line. That would be a line. And then each on the ends would be a vertice. So you can see just how many are loaded in here. If I can actually tell you exactly how many. If I click over here, I can come down to... Okay, maybe I can't. Rig model. Yeah, sadly I can't tell you. But I can tell you it's a lot. It is very much a lot. So much so that it's like, it's not worth having the dunes rendered like this. What I need to do with the dunes is make it render in the level of detail. So the further or the closer I get to an area, it loads in with more detail. Setting that up would be a pain because I'd have to make a level of detail for sections of this dunes. And it's not worth my time for dunes that I'm definitely going to delete. As much as these dunes don't look like absolutely terrible, it doesn't look good, but it's like it kind of looks okay from this view. Like if I'm looking over here and it's like, obviously the sky is just too bluish or something. I don't know what's up with the sky. It's kind of white over there and I don't like it. But I have to hide this gray. And that's basically the whole point of these dunes. That's the only reason I really added them. Because it hides that gray. You'll see if I fly up, that gray comes back. So I can't go this high up in the sky, but honestly, the player is this small anyways. So yeah, we can see him moving around if we go ahead and go over to unmaximize, play. See that little, you guys probably can't see it, but I can. It's a tiny speck in the scene view. I can see me running around the map. One thing that I think would be really cool is a map. Like maybe what kind of map would I want? Like a, I don't know, just a map. Any type of map, honestly. And so we're going to do that right now. We're going to go to, what are they called? Mini map. Oops. I already know how to do it. I just can't exactly remember. Yep. Render textures and a camera. Here, I'm going to go to new camera, then mini map or map camera. There's some really cool shader graph stuff that you can do and make cameras, but I'm not going to deal with all that, so not now at least. Eventually in the future I want to learn, but definitely not now. However, this is going to be phased down on 90. Maybe even go up more. Then we're going to let it only see environment. We want it to see ground. Oh, that's for the volumes, isn't it? Yep. Everything. So we don't want that. We do want rendering to see only that. So let's go over to culling mask and then let's turn off most of these and just leave ground. There we go. And then the player, we can also go ahead and go to create object. We're going to call this the player icon because this is going to be on the map. It doesn't matter where we put this. I probably should make it a sphere though. Player icon. We could leave it right here. We'll just make it so the player actually can't see this. But we're going to add a new material. We're just going to make this green. So we'll call it green. Go over to the green. Maybe even like that green. Turn up the metallic. Maybe not. Just like that. That'll work. And then we can get rid of the... Well, maybe it's the dunes, honestly. Because look. The... It's the lighting and how it's casting shadow. Oh, no. It's not because it's casting shadows. It's because this is casting shadows. We don't want shadows from this. This shouldn't even be really an object. I mean, obviously it's going to be an object, but we don't want even the player to see this. So we're going to go over to add layer. Call this map icons. That's going to be way over here. Go back to the player cam. Make sure that they cannot see the map icons. There we go. Honestly, I don't even know if I would see the shadows from the map icons if I were to turn that off, so it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But there is that. We'll definitely want to put this up higher just so that it's like a good size on here because we still haven't done the mini map camera. Let's go here, go over to everything. Nope, I'm doing it again. Don't want to go to everything. I want to go to ground and then add map icons. So now I will be able to see that once I go in here and add it to map icons. Now you can see a little green thing there. You guys probably can't, so I'm going to go ahead and pull it up to about maybe right there. So we'll just call it 40. On a full-size screen, that's what it's going to look like. Obviously, this isn't going to be full size, though. It's going to be a little map up in the corner of the screen. Yeah, I don't want orthographic because I want it to have some type of depth to it. Oh, UI. Raw image, yes. And then this is going to be the map. So what I'll probably do is add an actual map and then also have the mini map just so it's like double map. But you have to open the map, obviously. That is not the best sizing. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's zoom out. We're gonna go for like a 250 by 250. Might even go 300 by 300. Yeah. Okay. Then we will need to create a render texture that's going to be taking the camera's view and putting it on the texture. So we can do that pretty quickly by coming over here, create. We're going to go for render. No, we're going to go all the way down. If it'll let me. Create. I don't know why it's not letting me. Anyways, render texture. This is going to be called the map render texture. There we go. Change this to 1080 by 1080. It just needs to be 2D. And then from here, I'm going to want to do something similar to, I want to go to, where is it? Map camera. And then we actually want to put that on the player. Output texture. Yep. We want to output to this render texture, which means we also want to is it shrinking my anyways, we want to go over to the map and put this in here. Now you can see I can actually have a map. And it will work. If I move around, it should move too. Yep. Simple as that. Although it does not seem to be facing the correct direction. So what we can do is take the map camera, get out of here. Will that fix it? That will fix it. So just like that, now we have a simple mini map. Obviously, we could add some bordering to it and some other stuff. Also, the mini map's kind of cool because it actually zooms out when we jump. Because it gets taller. Like, it gets a higher view. What that really means is, if I pause the game and take this player, the whole player, drag them up, you'll see that the map actually gets smaller, which is really cool. So if I come back to maximize, wrong maximize, if I come back to maximize, I'm super high up, but you can see the maps all good. And then if I press pause, oh, I guess that happened. Let's go ahead and player. Now look at the map. As I fall down to the map, you'll actually see it zoom in. Now, really quickly, I haven't done any coding, so let's do a little bit of coding. Because I'm tired of not being able to sprint, and I would like to sprint. There's not going to be any animations for now, but I can always add that in the future. We're going to come into here. And it's going to be a simple float public. Ooh. Bless myself. Run speed is equal to maybe 16F. I don't know. And then public speed. No, it's going to be walk speed. And that should change all of them. And now, if input dot get key left shift, that's good because that's exactly what we want. Then we can do this code right here. About run speed. Else, so basically, if else, then paste the same thing, but instead this time it actually is walk. So only if we're crouching, well, pressing shift, which I guess in my case it would, so you'll see, yeah, way faster. Ready, I'm gonna jump. I feel like the gravity is just not strong enough, you know? Or my jump height might just be too high. It might be. Let's change it to like 1. So if 1 is going to be equal to 3 feet, then yeah. I mean, is 3 feet a normal like jump? I don't know what a normal jump height would be. But we could just say 1.3, which is probably equal to 4 feet. Yeah, I don't think people on average jump 4 feet, but that's how high I jump now. And eventually I'll add like bushes and stuff, but again, this is all just like testing. This is not for design purposes. This is more for like, oh yeah, hold on. I gotta go back to this camera. It does not want me to have a audio listener, so let's remove that. Let's go ahead and check out our map. We could probably even use a mask. Let's go for a new UI. Image? Yeah, image. And then circle, or even just look through here because I guarantee I can find a circle. Knob. Perfect. Copy all of this stuff. Everything. And paste it over here. And now if I mask this, then drag this onto here, should see that it, yep, there it goes. I don't necessarily like how pixelated that edges look. Oh yeah, it's a 40 by 40. Oh my gosh. Yeah, let's not do that. Perfect circle image. Let's go ahead and find one. We could just use Piscal. I just didn't want to because it's not going to be a perfect circle, but... Oop, not Piscal. That's not what I meant. Pixlr. Create new. Social post. Create. And go to white. Even though that's not going to matter here in a second. Also, let's check and see. Jake didn't send us anything. Okay. I didn't think he would. Pretty sure he's busy for a little while. Around 7:30 we plan to do stuff, but you never know, dude. You never know. So let's change this to a circle. And let's go ahead and, yeah, just leave it like that. Maybe. Perfect. Just like that. Nope, 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 nope. Exactly like that. Now we can export that, or save it even. Save as. I don't want to do that. Nope. Instead of replacing files, let's not replace files, and let's call this circle. Which now means I can go over to the desktop and find circle. All that for a circle. But it's worth it. It definitely is worth it. Because now if I come over here, I could replace this with not that, but a 1024. And now we got that. And we can also add some stuff such as a border around this. So let's go for another UI. Or we could even just copy this. This is going to be map border. Increase this to like 350 by 350. No, turn that down 320 by 320. That's probably good. There we go. And as simple as that, we now have a fully functional round map with a border. Do we want the map to do that, though? I think for him, he coded the... Yeah, so it's just... Is it possible to use a Cinemachine camera as a render texture? Like output to a render texture? If that's possible, that would be very useful right now. Let's go to game object. Let's go to Cinemachine virtual camera. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're just gonna keep it how it is and then save. Then let's add multiplayer. Why not? Which means I need to add pun. And this is gonna be how quick can I add multiplayer into a game? I have an hour. Can I do it and get it working? It's possible. It's definitely possible. No, this is gonna be in my assets, I believe. Sign in. I should already be signed in. What? I don't exactly understand that. But one thing I do want to figure out is how to fix that. So we're gonna try a nifty little trick of leaving. Oh. That's probably why. Or no, that was probably something else. It was probably something else. Package manager. I'm still not signed in. Weird. There we go. That was weird. I've never seen that happen. I do want to load all of them though. And we're going to go to Photon or Pun2. Import. It is fairly easy to set up multiplayer with this, so Pun setup. Sick tricks, dude. Photon. Let's go ahead and go to my dashboard. And this is a new app. Multiplayer game. This is going to be a real-time, call it, multiplayer game. Because I don't even know what it's going to do. It's definitely a gaming app, though. And also, let's copy this and paste it in here. Setup project. So it should be imported now. Now, all I gotta do is go over to make a new scene. Ready, set, new scene. Create scene. This is going to be the loading scene. Then we're also going to need a lobby scene, if I can remember. Lobby. There we go. Neither of these are going to be, they're going to be very important for multiplayer, but they're not going to look good. They're not going to be necessary for our attention to detail. Once we code in, it works, dude. It's just this scene is what we're going to be changing. Loading screen is literally, I can just get rid of all that, put up a UI. I might need that camera back, actually. I'm curious, does this work? Oh, you can do UI without a camera. I didn't know that, but just in case, let me just get a camera UI, and we're gonna do image. Then just like before, we're gonna go to videos, captures, and drag. Which one? This one. Yeah, this one. So this is the new image. Gotta turn that to a sprite. Oop. Image 2048 by 1152. 2048 by 1152. Zero and zero. Perfect. Centered and everything. Now we can just add. This is where we definitely want to add the font from the last thing. I think I've added the text mesh pro. I have not. That's surprising. Okay, then let's go ahead and add a text mesh, like add the essentials for now. And then we'll come over to my files. Where is this folder? Oh. It's just there. copied the fonts, so then I can come over here, assets, and paste. Oh, I thought it did something weird. Nope, it didn't. It imported perfectly. Means I can now get this font right here. Grab this text. Scale this to be centered. Max is gonna be about that big. This is just gonna say loading. Probably like that big, right? That'll probably do. Okay, and then loading. I'll just animate this loading. I was going to animate the ... but then I realized that's more work than just animating just the text. So anyways, what we can do is put this down here for now, as well as go like that and that. So then that's not really going to move from there. Canvas is going to scale with screen size. This is going to be 1920 by 1080, I believe. Yeah. Perfect. We just want full HD to be the screen size that it's going to be trying to go for. We can also go for... What the heck did I just do? Outline. We need outline. Okay, there's that. And then we can go ahead and do the animation. So let's come down to add an animator on here. Animator. Now that we have an animator, we can open... Oh wait, that's the animator? Oh, that's the shader. Okay. No, we don't need Kyle. I don't even know where that came from. Controller, which means let's make a new controller. Animator controller. We're going to call this loading screen text. Because that's what it is. We're just animating loading screen text. Right click, add tab, animation. Create new. Text anim. Right click, new folder, animations. Save. Now this one is fine. Let's go ahead and turn on the little key there. And now, so 66. which means over here at the end of wherever I want it to be, maybe like 4 seconds. I want that to also be 66. So turn it down and then turn it back up. Then over here, I could do like a something like that. Maybe that's a little exaggerated. We don't want to make it too big. So instead of 80, let's go to like, well, if it's down at like 60 or 66, whatever it was, let's go 73. There we go. I have officially created my first animation. This one is going to play on awake if I can. Play room motion, always animate. Technically, it's going to play on awake anyways, because if I come over to the window, animation, animator, this text anim is immediately going to get played, and as long as I make it a loop. So come in here and make, yep, it's looping. So then all I gotta do is hit play. And you'll see it should just start playing the animation. Yep. We'll go for another UI text just for now. This is gonna be the game title. Might even animate this one as well. Outline, we're gonna change this to a dark red. So that's not the game title, that's the author name. Or game dev text. Because that is the developers of this game. Now let's go ahead and copy this and do game title text. Unknown. Test project. That's going to be the game name. So that's now the loading screen. Now we need to code the loading screen. So let's go over to create a new script. So inside of here, we're also going to take this and put it back out here. I mean, I guess it would probably go in game, right? No, we're just going to create a new one, call it multiplayer. Create a new script, call it on something, dude. He did some crazy stuff when he was making his. It's not that guy. Go to Unity. Unity. This one. Yep. Using photon.pun. Start photon network. Dot. Wait, that's what he said, right? Hold on. Dot connect using settings. Yep. Oh yeah. Mono behave. Public override unconnected to master. I need that. Yep. So what should happen is I should get put to the lobby scene. Lobby scene is obviously going to be empty. Let's go to the build settings anyways. And we're going to rename the first scene. Save. To game. So it's gonna go loading, lobby, then game. So let's see. I should connect, and as soon as it connects, it's gonna not work. What? Oh, photon network dot join lobby. Yep. Oops. Photon network dot join lobby. There we go. Let's go back to Unity, and that should now work. What? Okay, there we go. I had to import. Huh. You know what? I know exactly why. It's because the script's not even on here. That would do it. That would definitely do it. See? Now it's like... There we go. Yep. US West. That's exactly where I wanted to do it from. It's the first step to multiplayer. Now I will have to create that whole lobby scene, which I really don't want to do. So what I'm going to do is copy this, go to lobby, and paste. And now instead of this right here, the only difference is that it will have a couple buttons. Let's call this background, reset the transform, put that right here. And this is going to be called, not background, but game. No. Buttons. Or inputs. Basically, inside of inputs, we're going to have two input systems. Or input fields. One for creating and one for joining lobbies. So this is going to go right about here. Let's go ahead and expand this to be about like that. Open this area up. And I don't know why they have a placeholder text on here. Actually, no, I do. Enter text. $49.2. Now we have the first one. Let's call this one join input. Copy paste. And this one's going to be called create input. So basically this is just creating rooms and stuff. There we go. Might even want to go a little bit longer, right? Just like right there. That's the sweet spot. I know it looks ugly. That's all able to be changed in the future, but not right now. Button text motion pro join button. Same thing with this. We want to change that font. It's just so ugly. That looks so much better. Oops. No, we want to make this whole thing bigger. Go over here and join. And create button. Go ahead and redo this. Create. Perfect. We're doing good. We got the buttons, we got the text inputs. So let's go ahead and watch the rest. So I need my, oh crap, auto behavior pun callbacks, and then I need a public input field, and call this join field. So join and create. That is also true. Let's call this input, not any of this shenanigans with the field, you know. Input. That's a lot better word. I like it. Yo, what's going on? What's up? good. That's good to hear. I am. Yeah. We gotta wait for our buddy that hosts the world. He messaged me saying he'll be back within the hour. I don't know when he sent me this. It was 6:49, so he said at the gym right now. I'll be back within the hour. 6:49. He's going to the gym. Then he said he was gonna go home after the gym, eat. So that's why he said 7:30 was when he was gonna be on. He said that yesterday though. So that's why I was like, I don't know if he's actually gonna be on, but I'm streaming. I am coding, and I'm adding multiplayer to my game right now. True. That's a good idea. No. This is just a game that I just made last night. I mean, technically it works as the test, but not really. Technically it does because I'm going to have you test it with me. Huh? No, this is different. This is different. Watch, watch. If I come over here, I made this last night. Literally last night. I didn't sleep. So last time we talked, actually no, you weren't on yesterday. Or were you? No. Well, so yeah, I had work today too. I've been up through a 10-hour shift, and I've been up since yesterday streaming fucking. Yeah, and I've been yawning the whole stream to where I was trying to record and stuff, and I was streaming, and I just I couldn't stop yawning when playing Minecraft. So I had to switch over to coding because I can talk while coding. I love it so much, and it gets me talking because it's got like Minecraft. I've said so much stuff about to where it's just like there's a lot of boring moments where you're just silent playing the game. Whereas coding, I'm never silent. I'm just constantly like go 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 go. But anyways, check out this scene. If I go over to game, let me save that scene. You can now see I did a 3D model of some desert thing or like the dunes. Then I come over to the player, and I'm gonna send you the file when it's built. This is just a random game that I made, and then well, we're gonna test the button too. That's gonna be a little bit different. However, there's one issue right now I'm noticing, and that's this. Oops, wrong. Oops, wrong. That's the issue. So, if I come over here, the culling mask is mixed. Oh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Arrays are super useful. Yeah, but I've never done that because it's like I like to specify exactly what it is. So if you ever go back and you're like coding and you're like, oh, let me pass in this variable, but then you make a function that requires that specific variable, well, you're gonna have to remember exactly what type of variable that was. And yes, you're gonna most likely remember because you made it, but if you are making a game like Minecraft or any game actually, you're gonna get to a point eventually where you're like, oh shit, I don't remember that. That was a long time ago. Um, Reason why it is doing that is uh yeah, that's good. Don't question it unless it's questioning something that's like, oh, I don't understand why that's working. Like, don't question it. But no, not like that. That's not what I meant. I meant question if you are like, I don't understand what he's saying, or I don't understand this tutorial. I don't understand this concept. I don't understand what he's talking about. That's where you ask questions. Don't ask questions where it's like, how the heck is the for loop running that? Like, how does the int and if statements make a game work? Like, how does that come together to make a game? Well, everything is running off of everything. If you want to go into the deeper level, the computer is running off of ones and zeros. So not only is everything ifs and if statements, those if statements are getting converted into ones and zeros for your computer to process. So it goes way deeper than that. Yeah. Yep. And that's where it goes to assembly, and then assembly goes to, yeah. Anyways. What happened? Oh, in your room. Here, hold up. Let me get my Discord open. Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, because you see my map right here. I know, it was literally working until just now. Hold on. Wait, that's the... No, that's not the... Is that the camera? No, that's not the camera. Wait a minute. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, let me reset that. This was the wrong camera. This was... Put it in the head. For some reason, I don't know why I did that. That's the goal, is you should be able to see me on the map. And you should be able to see yourself on the map too. Because I have it set to where only thing you can see on the map is the terrain, and also it's a 3D map. I didn't make it 2D. So if I can already jump because I coded all this in. That's what I was saying. I made a little test project just so I could add in just, and then like yeah, because the green dot you should be able to see on your map, because technically if I pause the game real quick and then I come in here and I duplicate the player but move him maybe like over to here. Now look at the map. There's 2 green dots. I didn't have to code anything for that because it just sees players and it interprets them as a dot, because I put a invisible icon, which is just a green sphere just floating above the player, and I turned off shadows so it's not casting shadows for this ball. And then I also made it to where it's only higher up, so that because the camera's up here, so when it's looking down, it's like it wasn't able to see it when it was way down there. So I would have either had to make it bigger, and then it would be clipping through the ground. So I figured make it higher than the ground, and then it'll always be visible to that camera. But the cool part is wherever the player height goes, this gets higher and that gets higher. So what that means is, let's go ahead and add a 3D cube real quick. Scale it on the Y just a bunch. Scale it like this. Scale it like that. Oh, I'm just making something so I could put the player on top of it. Okay. I'm also going to have to change this to ground. But now if I click play, you'll actually see it on the map, first of all. And then second of all, look at the map right now. Like, look at it. You watching it? But you didn't see the map, though, did you? Yeah, I'm going to try it again. Change that way higher. Just so you can get an exaggerated view this time. I think right there. In what? Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. But no, now look at the map. You see how you see the higher you go, the higher the camera goes, which means I can see more of the map the higher I go. So if I jump down, it'll zoom in. You'll see it's actually zooming. Because I'm getting closer to the ground, the camera's getting closer to the ground. And I thought that was an accidental thing, but then I realized that was really dope, so I was like, I'm keeping that. What, the map? There's no script. I didn't do any script for that. Nope. Nope, that's just a new camera. So this is it's a second camera that is rendering to a texture. So I made a texture over here. It's basically an image that is displaying the camera onto the image. Then I'm making a UI and just using the image that I have here as one of the displays for a UI image. So it's literally just this UI image. Well, no, the texture for it. Well, no, UI is never visible to the players. It's only visible right here on your screen. Like, this right here is just so that I can mess with it. It's not actually here in the world space. Like, if I was standing right here, you wouldn't see that. Yeah, so this is a 1080 screen, so 1920 by 1080. This whole thing. Yeah, and then you can see just how, like, I'm really proud of this dunes too. I took a while to model. Yeah, modeling that, like, it took a while because I wanted to do it a way that I thought would be really cool, which I can actually show really quickly now because I know how to do it because I taught myself. So Blender, you hold it. Yep. Well, you can't model in Unity. So I make it like 50 times bigger, and that's just a plane, just a regular flat plane. If I go into here, I can, oops, if I go into tab for edit mode, now I can click on each individual vertices. Let's press A to do all of them. Right click, subdivide. That makes, it kind of splits it into a bunch of extra geometry so that I have more room to mess with when I'm adding detail. Then I come over here down to modifier. I want to add a displacement modifier, and I want to add a texture. The texture is going to be a Voronoi texture. Now, if I press tab to go back into the object mode, you'll see it adds that. Then I literally just come back to the modifier, which is the displacement, and I turn down the 1 down to here, like 0.1. Here, I'll show you. So if I file, export, FBX, I'm going to go to my assets because this is literally the folder with my Unity project, so it'll just go right into Unity. Call this Dunes 2. Export. Unity will get that in here, and now it's right here. I drag it in. Let's make it bigger, actually. It's scaled to 1 by default. Let's do 50. Oh, let's do 10. 10 is perfect. And now you'll see if I get rid of Dunes 1. This is Dunes 2. All I have to do, I could add grass. I could add this. I could add sand. And you'll see. Like, look at that. It's because it's, watch, if I, yeah. It still looks weird because this is a more bright grass. Yeah. But I could use like a, what else did I have? Abstract. This one's like an alien texture. 10 by 10. I know. That's why I got it. I was like, dude, that looks sick. And also, if I turn the height map up, watch. That's not actually 3D. That's just the texture. Like, the texture, that's a 2D thing. Like, if I fly into it, you see it's still flat right there. There is no 3D to it. It's not adding any of that. It just... But, like, I could crank the height map to, like, right there. And then it makes it... Oh, hold on. I got to, instead of doing that, let me drag it on to... Also, the cool thing about this one is there's less geometry here. All these edges right here have way less geometry than the other dunes. If I turn the other dunes back on, you'll see the edges are clipping through, and that's because there was so much more geometry that it was like able to fill in those corners better. That's why the sand's peeking through on all these corners. Because like if I go to wireframe mode, you'll see these are the vertices. Yeah, the one that I made was, well, it was not perfect either. Because you'll see it doesn't actually meet up. Like there's a point and then here's a point. That means that it's got a jagged edge. It's like a zigzag going over. It's not just a straight crease. I don't know exactly how to do that without rounding out the stuff, or without doing a lot of extra trickery, which I didn't want to do because that was not the whole point of this. Point was, but anyways, check this out. If I turn this up to what, like 16 by 16. Oh, good. Where'd you buy it? Where'd you buy it? Yeah. Yeah. They fucked with mine, dude. It was not good. I didn't like it. But it's just such a heavy one that I don't blame them. You seeing this? Oh, yeah. I'd say in probably like 10 minutes, if I continue working on the photon, I could probably have multiplayer working. And I just started working on multiplayer, just adding it. Damn, the map looks cool. Because the map makes it look like it's 3D because of the texturing, but because I'm actually down here and I can like get different angles, it makes it look less 3D as a player. But still, like in the distance, it obviously looks 3D, but up close, you'll see like if I angle, you'll see it like break. But anyways, that's sick. And the jumping I added is pretty cool. Also, I could go ahead and turn this down to What? No, I did real-time Unity because they have the chat Unity stuff, and I've never added chat to a game, so I never did that. Also, because I coded gravity myself, I'm able to change. Oh yeah, that's why I love the scene view. I always like if it's not working in game view, I always am checking scene view to be like, what is my player doing? Why does it look like this in game view? It's very useful. Yeah. Uh, I can what? I see my yeah, I just see my screen. How? You're not streaming your screen. Not for me. Weird. I don't see it. It shows it on your icon, but like I don't. Oh, there it is. I didn't do any of this. I don't think. Oh, I went with. Oh, I didn't use an SDK. Nothing. Unity automatically installs Pun. Yep. It has an asset store thing. So you click on the asset store, but when you install it to your asset store, it goes to your Unity account. So anytime you go onto a new Unity project, it's always in your asset store. You can just install really easily. So when I saw it in there yesterday, I was showing Dan I saw it in there yesterday. I don't remember. I was showing Danny, I think. And I told him about it, but then I didn't do anything with it. But then I was like, you know what? I really wanted to mess with Photon again and just see how simple it was to actually do this. Photon network.create room. Oh yeah. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Should be live, right? Okay. Void create room. So basically, it's making the rooms. I don't even need to do that. Photon network.create room is a thing. Yep, that's why I said it's super easy. Photon network dot join room. No, join room. Then it wants a string, but that's where I put the join input dot text. Because then whatever you type in on the join. So basically, when I go back here, No, it's not that. If I come back here to script, no, not scripts, scenes, go to my lobby, you'll see exactly what I mean. See how there's an enter text thing here? You have to, no, this is for rooms. I can type in anything here and it'll create a room with that name or whatever. So here, I could technically show you now. No, I can't. No, I can't. So if I type in A on this and then click join, it'll join any room that's available with the letter A as whatever they typed in when they clicked create. It'll do it without Hamachi. We don't need anything, bro. As soon as I literally code this in, it'll work. And I will build this and we will have cross-platform. I can put this on mobile and it'll work with PC. Literally, that's how advanced this is. No, because you would have to build the whole game for a mobile version. But the mod, if Tarkov was on mobile and they had mods on mobile, the exact same as like how Minecraft is, how it's all the same. Bedrock has all the same files all throughout all systems. If it was like that, then yeah, you could literally just install the mod on anyone's device and be able to get multiplayer. So join. Oops. What? Wait, what are you talking about? That's just an input field. Input field is a UI element. So right here, this is Unity. You don't have UI with anything but Unity. If you're C#, there is no such thing as UI. You have to code UI. We don't have to code that stuff because we have Unity. That's the advantage of having a game engine. So if I go to create input, you can see this one, the create input is the create buttons input field. So this is just an input field. If I right click and make a new UI input field, it'll look very similar to this. I just obviously added the custom font, resized it, and that was pretty much it. Photon network. Join room, and then not create. It's going to be join input. It just privatizes it so it's specific to that script, and then public will be able to be edited any other script, any editor window, any GUI in Unity, like this GUI up here. Public will allow that. I mean, you could also use private, but then use serialized field. So if I do like private int test equals 0, that's not going to pop up. But if I do serialized field, then it will. Even though it's private and localized to this, I should still be able to see it. Yeah, see? Test. Yeah, also I'm going to close Blender. Don't save. Yeah, they're definitely gonna come out with new stuff in the future, but it's like, are you gonna be able to afford it then? If you save up for it, yeah. For you, 3070 is probably worth saving up for, but like I was just telling because Danny was just telling me how he wants to get a 3080, and I told him no. I'm not telling him no. He can get whatever he wants, but I'm saying I wouldn't get any 30 series. I don't even think 3090 Ti is worth it. It's just not. I don't know. The 4070 Ti will outperform it, and it's only a few $100s more than the 3070. Yeah, it's gonna be out of his budget range, but with that $300 that he would be spending extra, dude, that's like a paycheck. Not even a paycheck. That's half a paycheck, and that's my weekly paychecks. So that's half a week of work, 3 days. He can do DoorDash for literally a week and then make that extra $300 to get himself a 3070 or 4070 Ti versus the 3080. Public override on joined room. This is probably where I'm going to do scene changing. Yep. Photon network load level. That's different. I don't remember doing that. Game. AVG secure browser. It's the same as my antivirus. AVG. They used to own VPN.net. I think they still do, actually. Like the website. If I go to create, join rooms, join input goes here. Wait, what? I know what. Here, watch. It's because I'm not using Unity. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not using Unity's input field. I thought I was. I'm using the new Text Mesh Pro one. So TMP underscore input field. Yep. And there we go. Now, join input. Yep. Create input. Now, the next thing I gotta do is watch the rest of the tutorial. Oh, yeah. I know what he's doing. Create input. We gotta do that button thing where we come down here and then it's like, oops, wrong one. Create, join button. And then we gotta drag in create and join rooms. Oops. Create and join rooms. And then the script on it is create and join rooms. And then we could do join lobby. Where is it? Where is it? Join room, actually, right? Join room, yep. And then the create button. I don't know how to do lobbies. That's a lot more work. Yep. Create room. Now, it technically will work. So, it's as simple as if I save right now and I go over to loading, this will be the actual beginning of the game. It'll always start on loading. If I start it, it'll get me out of the loading screen to the lobby once it's done connecting to the network, which it just did. Now, if I press A and then join, nothing should happen because there is no lobby with an A. But if I create one, it should put me in the game. Is it doing it? It's not frozen. It's just... not working? Hold on. Oh, that's why. Build. I don't think you have to, but maybe you do. I didn't used to have to, but I'm gonna do it, see if it fixes it. Because I might have skipped a step, honestly. I was kind of fast forwarding through this video. Trying to get it done quick. Fail test. Overtime. I don't know what that is. Mine is on your GPU or CPU. Yep, mine is. It looks so good. Mine's on the ceiling. Ceiling of the case. Yeah, I guess not. Did I forget to save the script? It's a possibility. Oh, oh my god. Never mind. Actually, wait. Oh. That's my scene. That's this right here. So it's going to open this, which should put me here. I'm not exactly sure why it's not. So that might be the wrong input field. Huh? What do you mean? I don't. Yeah. That's the first thing. That's the loading scene. Loading scene works. It's the lobby. What is going on? Hold on. What? I don't need that for this. No, I don't need that for this one. Because you're on a different script than what I'm on. At 7:40. Yeah, I way past that. 7:40. That's where I'm at. Actually, no, I'm not even. I'm past that. I'm at exactly 8:30. 8 minutes 30 seconds. Public override void on joined room. On joined room. Photon network load level. No, that wouldn't be it. Because it's not affecting anything in there. That's just. It's. You have to start the game from the loading screen every time, and that's why. Because it has to connect to the network first before it could do anything. Now you can see how the console says the pawn is in development mode. As the dev region is empty, it's going to use US West. It overrides the found best region. See Photon server settings if I wanted to change that, but US West is perfect, so I'm not changing that. And then if I create what? No, no. That loading screen is just the beginning of the game. It's the only time you see it. No, when I click create, it should go straight into the game. And it doesn't. It's because I spam the button. So if I type in this, it should just tell me something, or maybe it won't. Nope. Where is Photon? Yeah. I mean, it should have saved. It's definitely saving because it's giving me errors. I know I made one. It's right here. Join room on the join button. That is the join button, correct? Yes. Great. I've never had an issue with it not working. Oh wait. Oh wait, that's mine from 5 months ago. That was broken. I think I might know a somewhat of an issue. Perhaps the fact that yeah. Perhaps the fact that no, that's definitely the here. I'm gonna try with a different input. Legacy input. We got that legacy, boy. No more new shit. No, I'm just trying the legacy one. Because obviously the new one's not working, and he's using the legacy. Where am I? Oh, yeah. This will be the... Shoot. Nope. Yeah. Input field. Create input. Oop. Forgot. Save. I'm just not understanding why this is not. Oh, it's gonna be something so stupid. That's what it is. That's what it is. I feel fucking retarded. Oh my god. No. 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 They were the exact same. Both lines. Check her out. Oh, that didn't work. It was on the loading. But the difference was that I forgot to reset the text back up. Let me go back to the lobby. Because I changed the code. So now this is back to the old input. So the create input. Damn, dude, I'm so sad that I did that. That was a small brain move. A, create. Oh, of course. Now I have to go to the loading screen. Now, hey, now if you want to test that, I could show you what happens. I know it's gonna work. You're gonna be able to join my room, but you're not gonna see me because that's the next code part. Yeah, that's the next step. Yeah, and guess what? There's no code involved on this shit. It's Yep, that's literally it, as simple as that. I add a photon view. And then I, obviously, for animations, I would add the photon animation one, but... This is required for any game object that gets spawned on the network. Now, here's the issue. We have to create a new folder called resources. I might even have one called resources. No, I don't. And then inside of here, I have to make a prefab of the player. So basically, if I drag any object from in here, since I've like made this player with all this stuff on it, I can drag them in here and make a prefab of them. So I can just make copies of them. Oh, and what that means is I can use code to spawn in a prefab anywhere in the world with a vector 3 coordinate system. So that's what I have to do, is what he's wanting, because I cannot have the player in the world because I have to spawn him in for each client. So I do actually have to code, I forgot. I'm going to hide that though. And I am going to go ahead and go to create. And player spawn. And this one will be super simple. Start. Or wait. Photon. Oops. Yeah. It'd run. Yeah, if I delete photon.pon. Ow. Yeah, fine. Wait a minute. Why? Oh, fuck all that. I'm just gonna do this. New vector 2 spawn position is equal to new vector 2 with it's a set of floats. So vector 2 is a 2D float system, so XY. Vector 3 is XYZ. Vector 4 XYZ and something else for VR. Random dot range of 550 or no, 540 and then 560. That'll be the range. and comma of... Oops, no, this has to be a vector 3. What am I doing? I am in the 3D space. He is not. This will be, I don't know, 100F. Then this will also be random range of the exact same thing. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work because there is no player. Forgot about that. Let's go ahead. Oh, this isn't. Okay. Create spawn players. So I'm going to delete this dunes 2. Reset this to 0, 0, and drag player spawn on there. Go ahead and go in resources. Drag my player in there. And let's check it out. Oh. Oh my god, it takes you all the way back there, huh? Shit. Save. I thought, well, it shouldn't have done that, but because of the fact that I'm using Photon Network to instantiate the object, which I never do. There we go. That is off of the, Let's go for negatives. Yeah, that should work. Oop. I accidentally unclicked it somehow. Hey. That didn't do anything? Well, no, 500 is definitely... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not... No, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so terrains in Unity, when you use a terrain, I forgot I wasn't using a terrain. A terrain starts at 0, 0 with one of the corners, but then it goes out to like 1,000, 1,000 on the other corner. So basically, it'll like, you would have to go to 500, 500 to be able to get in the center of the terrain. Whereas normal objects are going to spawn with the center in the actual center of the world. I don't know why terrains are so weird. So I forgot that I modeled this in Blender. Oh, I can't just do that. Scenes, and now loading. How much you want to bet it's going to work? You think so? No. Not necessarily. You'd be in my room. Oh, wait, yeah. You would see me. But you wouldn't see me moving. Oh, yeah, and that's the other issue. Oh, I forgot. Oh, all this shit. I forgot about this. There are issues, and this is why I left this comment. Mine was reversed. So what happens right now is because there's one controller set up in the game, and we're both checking, if I move my player, it'll move you too. But it won't move you on your screen. It'll only move you on my screen. And then on your screen, you're moving me and you.
Yep, I remember you telling me about that.
And it's all broken. So I have to wrap the code in a custom, super cool thing called if view is mine. If the view is mine, then run the controller code. Yep. Yep, this isn't my base player script. God damn it. This isn't even something he made. I wrote this myself. That's why it's even harder for me to figure out. So this is my physics and everything. Here's my gravity. Actually, this right here is my jump. No. This is my jump. Velocity.y is equal to math dot square root of the jump height times negative 2f times gravity. And that gets you exact jump height in realistic terms.
So that's where you need to do a shitload of math.
No, there's no math. No, the computer does the math. I don't have to do any math. Yeah, but you could just look that up. You don't have to know that. That's something that even like you'd have to be in physics class for that to learn gravity and like learn how to make an equilibrium with your force jumping upwards with the gravity that's pulling you downwards and figure out what the gravity is equal to. Luckily, they have what actual gravity is. Negative 9.81 is actual gravity. So that's why I'm able to plug that in and times it by a bunch of stuff because that's actual gravity and that's what I'm using for my game is actual gravity. That's why it somewhat falls realistically. And also right here, you'll see right here is grounded and velocity is less than 0 or yeah, less than 0. That means yeah, because what that means is I have hit the ground. So my velocity does not need to continue getting pulled down faster and faster and faster and faster because that means the next time I walk off an edge, I'm going to be shooting down because it's been building up my velocity. So that's where this comes in. You have to add a ground check to be able to see if you're grounded. The ground check is right here. You say is grounded or is grounded, which is a bool, so it's a true or false, is equal to physics.check sphere, and in that sphere it's going to look on the ground check position, which is a object I have on the player on the feet. So that's the position. And then the ground distance, which I have right here, so 0.4, that's how big the sphere is going to be checking. And then the ground mask is a layer that I can custom add right here, how it's like UI. I can add a custom layer of ground and then make my ground that layer so it'll reset whenever I touch that object with that layer. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you need fine tuning and you can't do that with an int. You can, but you're going to be dividing an int for no reason, making a math calculation for no reason. What? What were you saying? No, not really. Yeah. Using photon.pun. This is almost the last thing I have to do to get it to work. Obviously, I don't have animations in the game, so that doesn't matter. So we're not going to do that. Photon view, and we're going to call that view. That's going to be right here. Photon view. Call it view. Why isn't that public? I don't understand. Oh. So view equals get component. Okay. I was going to say, there is no reference to this view. So where are we getting that reference? And if it's private, we can't just drag it in. So how are we going to get it? But luckily, he's getting it right here. So it's view equals get component photon view. So that's basically going to check for the wherever this script is, which is on the player right now. Actually, wait a minute. How's that going to work? Oh, that photon view. Ooh, I don't know if I could do that. Can I? This is why I don't like doing this, because it's like, with mine being set up differently, I'd have to like set mine up for the way his is, and I don't want to do that. I need to go to my scenes, go to game, then I need to go to, I guess, the player, right? So the player has the movement and the photon view. Okay, perfect. So then, yep, that'll work. Huh. Okay. So then, if view, no, view dot is mine, then I'm going to put everything in there. If it's not my view, then don't do anything. I'm going to have to do this on the camera controller as well. Yeah, the exact same thing I just did. So if I go over to first person camera movement, which I obviously moved, so I'm going to have to reopen it. Oops, no, player. Here. Photon dot pun. Oh shoot. No, this isn't gonna work. Actually, wait. Photon view. Nope. Nope. How are we gonna do this? Player movement. We're gonna come up here. We're making a new bool. Public bool. And we're gonna call this is my view. And then come back over here. And then now we want a public player movement. And then in start, we're going to do, oh wait, we got to name that to player movement. Not in the start. We're going to go in the update if player movement dot, wait, no, photon, wait, no, dot I should just make that public. Yeah, I should just do that. I don't need no bull. Public. Player movement dot view. See, now it's public. Dot is mine. So the only reason I couldn't implement photon.pun and like do everything the exact same. No, that's not why. The reason is because if I go in Unity, you'll see the player has a character controller on here and it has a photon view. Every object needs a photon view if it's going to be in the multiplayer space, such as like players and stuff. Well, if I come over to camera, which has my other script that we're coding into, there's no photon view. So it's not going to get a photon view. So it's not going to know if this is my view. So what I'm doing is I'm adding a reference to the player right here, the player movement, which will get the photon view. And as a matter of fact, I could probably just make the public photon view in there, but nah, we're going to do this. This way we'll only have one reference to it. Oh, of course, always same issue. Okay, we could try this out though. Oh, hold on. I don't have two players, so I don't know. No. You probably were looking in the scene view and my game view. That's my mini map. No, that wouldn't be me. That's because I was clicking onto a camera, so watch. If I click on a camera, it shows me the camera view. That's just the player that's in here if I get rid of that, which I was supposed to get rid of that to begin with. Then I go to resources. The issue is that the camera, you now see if I come into not the map camera, the main camera, there's a reference not being assigned. We forgot to put this. That's why it didn't work. Now it'll work. And now I'm curious, was that everything? Player's position is not syncing across clients. So now we play as our own characters, but we have to fix that. Sync the player's movement. This one's easy. It's another component. I just add it and it's done. Photon transform view classic. Synchronize position, rotation, and that's the only thing that's going to change, so we'll do that. And it should be working. Ready for a build? We're going to test it. I'm going to change one thing, and that's just the spawning. I don't want to spawn that high up every time. I'm going to change it down to, like, email. I'm just sending you a link. Yep. on build and run. We're gonna try this out. Huh. It's not working. I don't think it's working, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, no, it's not. But we'll figure that part out. It's okay, so I'm joining my own game and I can play as myself on the builded version, whoever's like host, but then anyone that's non-host also is playing as that host. Yeah. Folder. As a matter of fact, I'm just not going to do a folder, and we're going to do straight up right click and then compress to zip. So 49 megabytes. It's pretty small. $49 megabytes? Dude, if I can upload with 10 megabyte per second upload speed, then dude. Oh yeah. I thought you said you were getting it. When'd you get it? Oh. Huh. %. You excited to at least try it? It's kind of cool because in the editor, I can actually like see everything going on while you're playing. So I could like delete your script. No, I'm just kidding. It'll delete it, but it'll break it on my client side. It won't break it for you because you'd have to code multiplayer for it to delete it on your side. 98%. Upload complete. Let's go get that download. There she is. Copy link. Or share, actually. Copy link. After this, we'll hop on Sons of the Forest or something. Try this. Because it looks like J Factory's on it right now. And he didn't tell us. You got the download? 2 minutes. Here, join gaming on my Discord. We're going to get him in there. Yeah, you want my screen share or no? Is this seriously taking 2 minutes? Why is your download so bad? How do I invite him to this call? Can I even do that? I used to be able to call people like that. Create invite. Am I not friends with him? Get back. There we go. I sent it. Okay. Let's download it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Well, yeah, kilobytes to fiber. Dude, you're supposed to be getting a gigabyte. That's okay. You're not even getting a megabyte. Okay, so it's at least at 50%, right? Okay. You'll have to extract it, I believe. Maybe not. And then join A. Just the letter A. What? What is it? Oh. You're moving my screen. Yeah, you're moving me. You're moving me. Here. Yeah, I see exactly what you're doing. Here, I'm gonna let you be host, so you could see. So I'm closing it. Close the game and reopen it, because I haven't made a quit yet. And then now create with the letter A or whatever. Let me know. Yeah, I want you to create it, so you could see and move. Well, I'll be moving, but you'll be seeing. See, this is the exact comment I left on the video, dude. I was like, for some reason, I'm controlling the opposite player. Oh, no, I told you let me know when you... What am I doing? Wait, can you guide me to the other player? Oh, you're moving. This is so weird, but this would be a trippy game concept. I see you backing up. Oh, look at the map, dude. That's sick. Wait, hold on. I lost you. I have to use the map to... I need to add like little cursors or arrows to show which way the player's facing, so when I'm controlling you, I could see which way you're going. Am I going towards you? Fuck, I lost you. Oh. Hold shift, bro. I added this. Oh. Oh. This is the first time I've had multiplayer working with a friend. I have no idea what you're seeing, but I just see you controlling me. And we could get like 20 people in this. I don't know what it would do though. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me join with Unity A. Oh. Who am I moving? Are you moving right now? Who am I moving? I'm moving someone. I can see it. I just don't know who that is. Here, let me see. You said no. Here, I'm gonna move him again. Right now, I'm moving you. No, I'm moving me. I'm moving me. My client. Yeah. I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open my exe again with another. I'm just gonna reopen it, and so it's gonna be a second client on the exe. Dude, we can just keep doing this too. I got another one. I don't know who I'm moving now. Yep, and then I can make another one by just opening the exe. You should do it. I got 3 players at spawn. Oh, you're controlling me. You're controlling me. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna make another client and stay there, and I'll be controlling you. Wait, no. Before you open one, let me open one, and then go back to the game. If you can remember which one you opened, because now I should be moving you. So we're connecting to the wrong client. It's like when I make a game, yeah. So any client you make from now on, it's gonna be the last person to join is gonna be controlled by the newest client. I'm trying to check. It's saying. Oh, I know, and you saw how easy that was? I mean, obviously it's broken, but... Oh! Is my screen share on? Look at this. Wait, which one are you? I want to see if this does anything. You see that? No? It's because the client keeps trying to put you back. Or the server. Here. On all of them. I've got 4 of them open. Oh, you're playing as me. It is. I've gotten it working fully with a 2D game, but I don't know what I did differently. I did the same exact thing and it just worked. And then the first time I tried to do it on the same 2D thing, it didn't work. And then I gave up for 6 months and then came back to it and then it just worked. I did the same exact thing. This time it's not working, so I'm going to have to come back 6 months later and make it work. No, I'm just kidding. Is he not joining the VC? It says he's idle. I don't know if that means he's not really playing. He might be eating. I doubt it though. It's 8:30. Hmm. He hasn't said anything to me. I know, right? What? You'll be able to join yourself. I'm checking out that code to see what caused it to not work. Because it was literally that one line of code. Mm-hmm. What do you mean? You want increased speed for shift? Here, I'll make it. I know, I turned it down specifically to make it more realistic. Because it's at 1.3 meters, which is 4 feet. Um, sounds of force. Yeah, I know. Here, let's show him. Let's show him. Are you on? Can you see the? Unity. I just coded it. So join. So if I join, it's broken right now. I'm playing as the most recent, like the last. So if someone joins the game right now, they'll be playing as my screen. So when they move, I will see it. But then the next person's gonna join, he will see it because he would have joined, like most recently. It's so broken. Oh, I just made this game. Yeah. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we're getting on. Oh, really? I didn't know that.